guys, so I am here for my 26 and 27 week pregnancy update. So I am in a new setting because I am in an Airbnb and I'm visiting John while he's working, and it's been awesome. So I'm like, this will have to do. It doesn't have a ton of lighting, but I'm like, I'm trying to make it work. And there's this really cool salt rock lamp here. I love these things. Yeah, I can't see. So, but yeah, you know those salt rock lamps that, I say heighten the frequency of a room, but that's pretty much what they do. And they are awesome and they just provide really good vibes. So I'm like soaking all of it in. I'm like, yeah, I'm just being weird. So 26 and 27. So I am currently 28 weeks and 3 days. Yeah, because today is Tuesday. So I'm 28 weeks and 3 days today. We're calling on 26 and 27, and it's crazy how fast time flies. But these have been an eventful 2 weeks. So I seriously wrote things down in my To the Moon and Back journal, because Prego brain is in full force, guys. And if I didn't write this down, I would just like not even make sense right now. So my week 26. So my week 26 was awesome because I had so much energy. Like, I just don't even know where it came from because I have been feeling tired before that. So I don't know why I was just like all energetic all of a sudden, but it happened. And I loved it, and that allowed me to nest and clean. I started just cleaning everything, and I'm not like a person that loves cleaning all the time, but I'm not even kidding. I like deep cleaned our apartment, and then I like got around to hanging up all of our stuff that we had from storage because we had moved, and it just looks so nice in our apartment now. And like, we have tapestries hung up because that's like how we like to decorate our places, and it just feels good. It feels, you know, when you clean and it just feels good. And I've never been like a person that's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go clean and like clean my space and everything's gonna feel great. I've never been that type of person, but it's happening and I love it. Like, it seriously changes my mindset, like when I'm in a clean spot and I'm like, why haven't I been doing this all along? So I guess it's because in my first trimester I didn't have a ton of energy to do that, and this week I did. So, and then I've also been exercising like normal. Well, I just felt like I had more energy to exercise and then more energy afterwards, where I was only taking like a nap once a week, or like once that week, I think. And then we also got a crib, which you guys saw in the last update. So I just want to touch on that because it's so exciting. It's her very first little crib and it's used, but like, I'm still so excited about it. Like, it's amazing. So I'm just grateful we got a crib and it's exciting. And I experienced a lot of dizziness, mainly going from my 25th week to my 26th, like kind of like that transition. I started to just feel so dizzy. And I just learned to take it easy. Like, that's when I started to slow down on my like running speed. I think it was just like a conglomerate of getting over my sickness, really taking care of myself, and then also just, she's growing so much that my body is like, chill out. And so now I run at a slower speed, which I think I talked about in my last update. I think I did. And so I'm just really listening to my body now, which I always have, but like now I'm making the adjustments. Like, my body's like, hey Teresa, slow down a bit, because there was this one day I was just so dizzy. Like, I was on the treadmill. I hadn't been feeling well prior. I think I might have touched on this, might have not. Literally, the Prego brain is real. But I was like feeling kind of dizzy, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go run, and because that's like my normal routine. I'm like, I'm just gonna see what happens. And so I was running at my like normal speed that I have been running throughout pregnancy. Well, of course it's adjusted from like when I started like when I first found out I was pregnant, I've adjusted that time and kind of slowly adjusted it since then. But I ran at my normal speed that I was at, and everything was fine during the run. It was like the last minute or so where I was like, I feel weird. And that's like at the exact same time in pregnancy where you start to get dizziness. And I mean, some women experience it all throughout their pregnancy, but it's like more common at this time to experience it. And my run was over and I was like, I need to like sit down. So I'm like in the little gym of my apartments, just like sitting on the floor, just catching my breath. And it wasn't like it was scary for me because I have never actually fainted or passed out before, but ever since being pregnant, I'll get like lightheaded or dizzy, and that's actually one of the signs before testing that I like knew something was different and I knew I was pregnant, because I got super dizzy and like I started to feel so heavy on my like right side of my head, and like I kind of felt like weighed down on my right side. It was so weird, but I've never experienced anything like that. I've never passed out before, and I'm just experiencing it during pregnancy. So I'm really learning how to just like take it easy. I still run because it provides like the best endorphins and I feel so good. I'm just now running slower again. So I think I'm just gonna progressively just lower my pace. And even if I just continue to walk, I am fine with that. So wherever my body takes me. But it was just I wanted to tell you guys about that because it was just like my first experience of actual dizziness. I was just like, whoa, like, and it kind of, I was experiencing it all throughout my 26th week. Like I would just go to places and I would just kind of feel sort of faint. And I brought it up in my birthing class. So we went to a birthing class at the start of my 26th week, and I brought it up and she's like, yeah, that's just common, that's just normal. And I'm like, I know, but I don't know. And so I just have been drinking more water, making sure I'm getting more protein, which is really important because I'm vegan. So I'm like trying to just get more of an intake of protein, and then just taking it easy, like sitting down, relaxing, because I'm always go, 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 no matter what. And so I'm just really taking care of that. But the birthing class was so exciting, like so fun. It's at the hospital that I'm potentially going to deliver at, but we're not 100% sure. It's more of a smaller hospital, which is what I love, like, because I'll get the individual care, and breastfeeding consultants will be like talking with me. So I love that aspect of it. But if anything were to happen to baby girl, which, knock on every wood, God forbid that was to happen, but if anything did happen to her during labor, it's more of a low risk hospital. So that's like why it's small and quaint and there's not a lot of people there. It's highly accredited, like it's still a highly accredited hospital, but they would have to transfer her up to the main hospital, and I would be at that hospital, and John obviously would go with her, but that would break my heart. So I think I'm leaning more to the main hospital. But it was just nice to get a tour of the hospital, see what it's going to be like, and she talked about everything. Like a lot of the stuff I already know because I have one of my degrees in child development or human development and family studies. So I kind of know a lot about the pregnancy process and just childbirth, and I've worked with so many kids. But it was just nice to get like medical terms for things, and then it was also nice to just like be in a room of other pregos. Like a girl in there was due a day after me, so that's awesome. It was just nice to just like get into that like vibe of like, we're gonna have a baby soon, like it's so cool. And to talk everything babies, I was so excited when we were going in. I was like, this is like learning more stuff like I did with my degree. So it felt like I was in school all over again, and I loved that. And it was like a 6-hour class or a 7-hour class, but it was so relaxed. They provided snacks for all the pregos and it was just fun. And we just learned more about like, I don't want to say treatment options, but ways to ease pain. So like epidural, they don't do nitrous there because it is a small hospital, but the main hospital does. Basically, the two hospitals support one another a ton. They made that hospital specifically so that low risk patients would go there. It didn't quite turn out that way because the main hospital is really well known that everyone still goes there. So, so they just like kind of talk about each other a lot. So we learned all about like epidurals, ways to ease labor pains, what we can bring in. I really thought was really cool because we talked about bringing in like aromatherapy, essential oils, diffusers. We talked about how, one thing I thought was funny, she said that slow dancing can help labor pains, like during contractions. We learned different poses on the yoga ball, and I love my exercise ball, so I use that all the time. So we learned that. We learned how to put like tennis balls on our lower back and kind of like roll it on a wall so that it can ease pain and tension, which I never really knew. So that was awesome. Just different things like that we learned. And we watched a video of a lady giving birth, which I like those videos. Like, I think they're so interesting. And then we did this little like matching picture game where we like labeled parts of the body. And I was so surprised like at what I didn't know about like the different parts. Like, I can't remember what there was, but there were like certain parts of just like where the baby like kind of laid in the stomach as to like what part of the body that was. And it was really interesting. And she showed us an actual like epidural kit, which was really cool. So like she showed us how big it is, like how we can prepare. It was really awesome just to see that like up front. And then we talked about C-sections. It was really informative. I really, really enjoyed it. So that was pretty much that. And I just really got so excited. I was like telling everyone, I was like, guys, I went to a baby class today and this is what I learned. And it was just really, really fun. So I'm excited. We're also going to tour the main hospital coming up. Just so like I've already had people close to me give birth there, so I know what it's like. And I've been there a couple of times just for like testing and for my ultrasound and stuff. So I kind of know what it's like, but I already know I'm gonna love it because it's like, I love that hospital. I used to like work for a branch of it, you know? So it was really cool. It's a really cool place. So I know I'm gonna love it, but I just wanna tour it just because, like, just so we can get that in our mind of like what we're gonna experience. And I really love that. I eventually do, I don't know the timing of it, but I want to do a newborn class just to get a refresher. I have never worked with like newborns, but I've worked with like babies of all ages and stuff, but it just will be nice to get like a little refresher. I know like the gist of like what a newborn's going to be like, but it'll be nice. So that will be coming up hopefully soon. I don't know. I'm not like, it's not my number one priority because again, I have a good idea of what it's like. And I have lots of support when it comes to taking care of my little babes, but we'll see. Eventually that's like on the list of like things I want to complete. And then we got baby shower dates set. So I'm having 2 different ones just because they're like 2 different people that want to plan baby showers for us. So we're just having 2 different ones like a week apart, which is going to be awesome. I'm just in so much gratitude that people want to do that. Like, that is just so kind, and I'm like crying saying thank you because it's just so beautiful and it's such a celebration. Like, we get to celebrate little baby girl. Like, we totally just get to be in celebration. I think that's just so fun because I'm the type of person that will celebrate anything. Like, you tell me it's your birthday and I will freak out and like plan and remember, and it's funny. Like, I get more excited about people's birthdays, I feel like, than they do, and they're just like, what the heck? But I just feel like it's just so good to celebrate everything that we can, you know? And then also, she has been so active. I talked about this in my last video, but she's been punching and kicking away. I call her my Kung Fu Panda baby, and I've said that before, but like, she is so active and it's awesome. So that was the 26th week. That was a big week, I guess. Didn't think so. And then, but like now looking back, I'm like, whoa, we did a lot. And then my 27th week, my nausea came back. This was so weird. I just started to feel so big, and like I think she just had a really big growth spurt, because what happens is whenever I feel super tired, which I did feel this week, that tiredness came back. So that like energy from my 26th week left, and then my tiredness came back. But whenever I feel super tired, I know she's growing. She's like way more chill in there, and then she, like, you can just look at my belly and it just gets significantly bigger. So my nausea came back, my tiredness came back, my wild dreams came back full force. I literally put on my Instagram and I was like, any help for dealing with wild, vivid dreams. And then insomnia, I've been experiencing pregnancy insomnia, where I'll just kind of sit there and I'm like, so what happens is I usually go to bed around like, say like 11 p.m. or midnight. And then I'm like sleeping for a good solid period of time. And then I'll get up at like 6 a.m. and I'm like, I'm up. And I'm like, I'm so excited for today, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what am I doing? And then I'll like look at my phone, not intentionally, but like I just start to look at my phone, and that keeps me awake. And then I finally go back to bed, and then I wake up at 8 because I'm like, I'm excited. So, and then meanwhile, I'm like fighting villains and saving the world in my dreams. So I'm having like a full-time job in my dreams, and it's just wild, but it's getting me ready for when she's here. And she is the most active. She has a routine. She is the most active from like 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. She's like moving around in there. It's so fun to catch and like just like feel her, and that's like her biggest movements. So I think that's when she might be awake, when she's here, when she's Earthside. And then I did a lot of traveling this week. That's when I went to Vegas the first time. Then I flew out to San Francisco to visit all my family, which was the most amazing trip. Like, I at least see them once a year, usually during Christmas, but this little baby girl's a Christmas baby, so I'm not gonna be able to visit this year. So I was like, I just need to visit before. And it was so fun for everyone to see my belly, because that's where all of my cousins, my aunts, my uncles are. So fun, such an amazing time. My amazing cousin, both of them, I mean, they're all incredible. Both of them got me a huge bag full of baby clothes, and these are amazing baby clothes. Like, I've been thrifty and getting clothes that way, but they like went to Target and got all of these amazing things, and this little baby rattle from Disneyland, and whoo, like, everyone is so sweet and so kind. So I'm just so grateful. It was such a beautiful time. And now I'm back in Vegas visiting John, and it's just been so fun. I feel like this is such a beautiful time of pregnancy, because it's like your baby is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're like, it's like forming, you know, like she's like 2.5 pounds now, and like it's almost time. Like, so I'm like already 28 weeks, like I said, recalling back on my previous weeks, and that's 7 months pregnant. Like, it's crazy. So it's coming up so fast. I'm just in a really grateful place. It's just becoming more and more real, and I'm so excited. So I'm gonna show you guys a bump, and I'll wrap this up because this has been long, but it's been an eventful 2 weeks. It's been so fun. So I don't know if I've said that enough, but I'll show you my belly. This is baby girl, and like I said, she is just growing and growing, and I don't know, sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm bigger, and other times it's just, it feels normal. It's like when you see yourself every day, you know? So that's with the shirt down, and here's with the shirt up. These are my maternity shorts. That's her, and my little belly piercing from when I had my belly ring has been itching so bad. So you can't really tell, I don't think, but it's been red. It's so itchy. So I don't know if it's just trying to heal, but she has been getting big, and she'll get hard like right here usually, or she'll prefer one side over the other, and it's so fun. So I don't know if that's her bum, like when it gets hard, like right now it's like pretty hard right here. I don't know if that's her bum or her head, or like what is going on. I want to really like learn about baby mapping and stuff. I don't know, like figuring out where they are in the tummy. But yeah, I feel like she's huge. And I got this shirt for like really cheap. It was only like $6 at Ross. That's where I get all my maternity stuff. So I love you guys. Have the best day ever. Thank you so much for following me on this journey. And I am gonna respond to more comments. And I do want to answer like questions and stuff, but I'm not gonna do it at like on this video because this is so long. So I think I just like want to answer like common questions. So if you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll do like a Q&A type thing because I love watching those type of videos. And like 3 years ago, I put like a video on my channel, just me just answering random questions that I just found on the internet. So I think they're so fun. So just ask any questions. I saw a couple questions like 2 videos ago or a video ago. I don't know. I'm getting all my videos up. So just been traveling. It's been fun. Like it's just a fun time. Anyway, guys, I love you. Have the best day ever. And if you want more like immediate me talking about baby because I can't stop talking about her, follow me on Instagram. That's where I post a lot. Okay, bye. Okay, guys, bye. Have a beautiful day. And she's saying bye. Say bye. Say bye. Bye, guys.